The Vault of Glass. For players, this is the ultimate challenge to get the ultimate reward. Your entire playthrough up until this point has revolved around cracking it open and overcoming the challenges within. But why? Why is the vault important? What significance does it hold to be Destiny's first raid? What awaits you inside that can be so challenging? What is the truth, the legend, inside the Vault of Glass? First, we have to crack it open. To do this, you and your team of 5 other Guardians must control the Vex sync plates, which is being onset by Vex in a special form of Minotaur called a Praetorian. As long as the Praetorian is kept out of the sync plates, you will form the Spire. After a while, the Spire will become solid and fire beams of light into the vault's doors, opening. Entering the door will take you into the Trial of Kabr area. But who or what is Kabr? What was this trial and why does it matter? Well, Kabr was the first Guardian to attempt the vault. His grimoire description reads, "His name was Kabr. He wasn't my friend, but I knew and respected him as a Guardian and a good man. He fought the Vex alone. This destroyed him. In the time before he vanished, he said things I think should be remembered. These are some of them. In the vault, time frays and the needle moves through it. The needle is the wheel of Atheon. I do not know the name of the shape that comes after the needle. No one can open the vault alone. I opened the vault. There was no one with me, but I was not alone. You will meet the Templar in a place that is a time before or after stars. Stars will move around you and mark you and sing to you. They will decide if you are real. I drank of them. It tasted like the sea. That is all I can remember. Pahanim." Moving through the Trial of Kabr area will bring you to an open area called the Templar's Well, where the Templar that Kabr spoke of resides. The Templar is similar to the Nexus Mind and the Venus Strike, but with some extra powers and a shield that completely protects it at all times. The Templar's grimoire card reads, "Even among the Axis Mind, the Templar is extraordinary. Fragmentary glimpses and scattered reports suggest a Hydra of impossible capabilities, a creature out of time. The Templar and the Oracles guard the way into the deeper vault. Legends say that the Oracles foresee what is to come, a world as the Vex desire it, and that the Templar has the power to shape reality to match the Oracle's design, expunging any threats. The power of the vault flows through the Templar. It will take something extraordinary to shatter its shield." During this encounter, you must defend a center Conflux from a wave of enemy Vex, including a new enemy called a Fanatic. A Fanatic is like a regular Vex goblin, but it does not have a head and glows green. Since it has no head, it cannot teleport. But the real danger lies after you defeat one. Fanatics will blow up if they are near you, and when they die, they leave a circle of green light that lingers for a while afterwards. If you step into this green light, you will be marked for negation. If you are still marked when the Templar activates its ritual of negation, you will be instantly killed. But fear not, you can be cleansed by the bright ring of light down the stairs beneath the Templar. After defending the Conflux, the Templar will summon its legions. A huge wave of fanatics and harpies will rush from the center spawn point, and your team must hold them off. If you succeed, you must hold 2 Confluxes, one on the left and one on the right. Then another swarm of legions. Then all 3 Confluxes must be held, followed by another swarm of enemies. After all 3 Confluxes are defended, several bright lights that make it sound like a bell will appear in the area. These are the oracles of which Kabr spoke, the singing lights. These oracles first reveal their location, then vanish, and you and your fire team must destroy the oracles as they appear, in waves along with hordes of Vex. The oracles, as it is stated, exist outside reality, and have a design for a reality that they find preferable. But what do they actually do? Well, if an oracle survives long enough, it will mark everyone on the fire team for negation, and the cleansing light in the middle area will disappear after enough uses. So everyone must be on their toes. It only takes 1 oracle in the Templar to kill everyone on your fire team. 6 waves of oracles will appear, each wave increasing the number of oracles that appear. But hope is not lost. A powerful fire team can stand the test and survive the long battle. If you manage to survive it all, the enemies will stop spawning, and an item called the Relic will appear where the cleansing light once was. The Relic is the key to defeating the Templar. Its description, left by Kabr himself, reads, "These are the last words of Kabr the Legionless. I have destroyed myself to do this. They have taken my ghost. They are in my blood and brain. But now there is hope. I have made a wound in the vault. I have pierced it and let in the light. Bathe in it and be cleansed. Look to it and understand. From my own light and from the thinking flesh of the Vex I have made a shield. The shield is your deliverance. It will break the unbreakable. It will change your fate. Bind yourself to the shield. Bind yourself to me. and if you abandon your purpose, let the vault consume you, as it consumed me. Now it is done. If I speak again, I am not Kabr. So based off this description, we can safely say that it was Kabr who sacrificed himself that created the cleansing ring, and giving up his body with the Vex that were inside him created the relic, an object of light, of great power that can change your fate in the vault, where time and reality bend to the will of the Vex inside. Now, one member of your fire team must pick up the relic. It attaches to their arm like a shield and can be used to cleanse the fire team in a bubble of light that removes the mark of negation as oracles will continue spawning. This is needed. It can also be used as a melee weapon, like the Sword of Crota, and the super will fire a ball of energy that will take down the Templar's shield, making him vulnerable. If the Templar's shield goes down, you only have a limited time to hurt him before he teleports. The window is cut even shorter, as he puts some of your members of your fire team in suppression fields, large energy bubbles that prevent all outgoing fire, and slow the movement speed of the one it's cast on. These fields can be destroyed after taking enough damage, and if other members of your fire team are standing near you, they can be blocked by your field as well. Other than the relic, you do have one small advantage. The Templar marks when he will teleport with a red ring of light, a tower inside. If that ring is occupied by a player, he will not teleport, extending the time you have to shoot him, as he does not regain his shield unless he teleports. But then the player that is there is vulnerable to enemy fire, and cannot be cleansed by the relic as he is too far away. But Guardians are not easily beaten, and eventually the Templar will fall. The locked door behind him will open, and you can descend further into the vault. The next area you will come to is far below the Templar's well, and is known as the Gorgons Labyrinth. I know what you're thinking. Or what is a Gorgon? Well, when you finally make the drop to the labyrinth itself, you will hear a faint, high-pitched beeping sound. That is a Gorgon. A Vex that looks like a harpy, but is wreathed in bright white light. These Gorgons, and yes, there are multiple of them, are looking for intruders into their labyrinth. A single look by the Gorgons to any of your fire team will result in everyone dying from something called the Gorgon's Gaze. There is no escape once you're seen. The first Gorgon that sees you, no matter where it is, can be killed with overwhelming force, but any after that cannot be killed. The Gorgon's grimoire description reads, "Deep in the vault of glass, the fabric of reality bends to the will of the Vex." Warlocks speak in tones of awe of the Gorgons, the creatures that seem to possess a dreaded, almost unimaginable strength, an ontological weapon. Like the oracles in the Templar, the Gorgons reputedly possess the ability to define what is and is not real. Whatever they perceive becomes subject to erasure at their will. Until a countermeasure can be found, Guardians must avoid their gaze at all times, or apply to a detection with immediate, overwhelming force. The Gorgon's ability must be tied to the nature of the Vault of Glass. We can take some solace in the clear fact that Vex cannot manifest his power in the world outside. The labyrinth can prove to be a quick area for those who know their way, which will take you to a large chasm which has platforms that appear and disappear in order. Quick reaction speed and steady hands will get you easily to the far wall, where you can resume your journey to the end of the vault. You will next arrive at a door that will only open when all 6 members of your fire team are ready, and when it opens it simply reads, "Awaken the Glass Throne." And inside is revealed a huge structure of swirling glass with a small opening beneath. But before you can enjoy its splendor, you are attacked by a Vex Gatekeeper, a variant of the Hydra Vex. On top of that, there are 2 new kinds of Vex attacking you. The old precursors, whose description reads, "Those who delve deep into the Vault of Glass have seen time itself torn asunder. Awestruck ghosts report encounters with an ancient Vex, their castings built long before the age of humanity." It would be easy to assume these Vex are the ancestors of those we face today. But with the Vex, it's never so simple. And the futuristic descendants, whose description reads, "Survivors of the Vault of Glass report sightings of ancient Vex, ancient in the sense that they seem to have endured for eons. Convergent analysis from multiple ghosts suggests that these Vex exist in our future. If the Vex exist in our future, or in a possible future, should we take this as evidence that their defeat is impractical and unattainable? The Guardian Vanguard is quick to point out that time travel remains a mystery, and the continued existence of the Vex is not remotely a sure indication of humanity's extinction. The real question in this area is what to do. You will notice 2 pillars inside Vex sync plates, one to the left and one to the right, and above them on the platform is a Vex warp gate. After defeating the Gatekeeper, these portals can be opened by standing inside the sync plates, similar to opening the vault itself. Then 2 Guardians can jump through. Inside, they will face another Gatekeeper, as well as other Vex. There will be another relic, which one must grab, as this strange reality they have entered slowly blinds them, and only the relic can cleanse this darkness. As they fight inside the portal, the remaining Guardians outside must keep the portal open as the Sync Plate is attacked by Vex and Praetorians, which will take it over. If they can hold them off, the Guardians inside can escape with the relic. But before anyone can celebrate, a Conflux appears in the middle, at the bottom of the stairs to the glass throne. As before, these Confluxes must be defended. If enough Vex sacrifice themselves to the Conflux, everyone on the fire team. As the team defends the Conflux, 2 more Guardians must enter the other portal to grab another relic. While outside, the fire team must defend the Conflux as well as the Sync Plates. Once the Guardians return with both relics, the Conflux will be attacked by Minotaurs spawning on top of the stairs, as well as descendant Praetorians coming through the time gates. If they are all defended, then both relics vanish, and the portal opens at the top of the stairs. Atheon himself descends the stairs, blasting away at the Guardians who summoned him. Atheon, the Time's Conflux, his name reads above his health bar. His grimoire description reads, "To speak of Atheon is to accept certain limitations. We are ill-equipped to understand an entity that defies simple causality. Let us accept these limitations and proceed." Atheon waits in the glass throne, just as Atheon sidesteps past and future. It is impossible to say whether Atheon created the vault, or the vault created Atheon. Causal pathways converge on Atheon from every axis in the space-time bulk. Atheon has a function. We hazard that it regulates and oversees the Vex conflux system. What are these confluxes? How do they relate to the physical Vex network that has devoured so much of Mercury and Venus? We might guess that the Vex confluxes represent the extension of this network across space and time. Perhaps the Vex are closed, time-like curves to solve unfathomable computations, or the Vex may seek to transcend the physical substrate and move their thoughts directly into the fundament of the universe. If physics is a set of rules that the cosmos uses to calculate itself, perhaps the Vex seek to worm their way into these calculations to become a law of reality, inseparable from existence, a virus in the system. Perhaps Atheon was the centerpiece of this project, a command nexus that unified efforts across time, but we must accept all of this as speculation. As your whole fire team unloads on him and does next to no damage, Atheon will open the time stream and stand in place. This will send the 3 Guardians farthest away from him back into the dark dimensions they had entered before to get the relics. To do the same task, but 2 things have changed. Outside, as Atheon stands with his hand in the air, frozen in place, he summons forth his supplicants, with your heart rate that explode if they get too close to you, instantly killing you. This can be a problem when you're trying to open the appropriate work gate half your team is. Inside the portals, the team not only has to deal with the relic, the void turning them blind, and the Vex, but new red oracles appear as well. 7 of them each time they enter the portal. These oracles work their reality-bending powers faster than the others, and if one survives for too long, every guardian on your fire team is instantly killed. Also, as before, if the relic is dropped for too long or dropped off the map, everyone is instantly killed. But you've come this far, and you will not be stopped. Your team pulls it together and makes it out of the portal after killing the oracles. In the bottom left of the screen, it displays your battle cry. Guardians make their own fate. Your weapons now glow with bright light. Your supers and grenades recharge instantly, and you're doing more than 5 times your previous damage to Atheon. Everyone unloads everything they have into him to bring him down, but he survives, and your team does the impossible again and again, until finally, after everything you have been through, to come together in a triumphant moment. Nova bombs and grenades and rockets all fly at Atheon as you destroy what cannot die, as you kill what controls time, as you throw the concept of reality back in his face, and he burns to ash before you. In the end, you are left inside the glass throne. Just you and your team, bathing in the radiance that is victory. You're all talking about the loot you got and your favorite moments from your journey. As you return to orbit, everyone laughs and smiles, knowing that the hardship is over. And you stand among the elite that beat the raid. So why is the Vault of Glass important? Maybe it's because it couldn't be done before, but your team did what no one else could. Maybe it's because the Vex's most powerful assets lie within, and you destroyed them. But I believe it's because that the Vault is proof that reality and time are not out of your control. That you, Guardians, truly do make your own fate. And you're here to better the fate of all humanity. To fight the darkness. To win not only the day, but the war. And what better proof is there than when you destroy the being that controls time itself?